It's time to do a report card on the organisation that purportedly represents us recreational anglers in this state. Be aware that what is about to be presented doesn't look at all good. In fact, this mob, RecfishSA, are plumbers because they're flushing you down the toilet. If they weren't doing such a great job for PIRSA and the government, they would have been sacked, dissolved and kicked out quicker than the government acted to get rid of the member for Florrie, Francis Bedford. Shady deals and the arrogance of ignorance keeps this flimsy organisation afloat. We all have long memories of how we were sold down the river over the marine parks fiasco, when RecfishSA came out in support of the plan. We were all astonished to learn of the $120,000 deal they penned our name to in order to promote the parks, only to be found out and having to hand back that dough. But how much was handed back? Surely they'd spent a fair chunk of that lettuce doing the job, and they wouldn't have had that much to hand back. There was outcry across fishing bulletin boards with comments like this, and I quote, "They do not understand the terrible situation they have put me and tens of thousands of us rec fishers in." Further quote, "I was recently in favour of rec fishing licences. Not anymore. The fear that this madness could continue using our money terrifies me." And a comment in a national fishing magazine. "The many thousands of anglers in South Australia feel utterly betrayed by an organisation that is supposed to advocate on their behalf." Then RecfishSA came out in support of PIRSA's 2014 Recreational Fishing Survey, which has been so widely condemned and debunked for lack of scientific rigour. Move forward to 2016, and RecfishSA was slow off the mark in setting up a submissions link on their Facebook page on the PIRSA proposed new management plans for recreational fishing. The proposals were out in January, and RecfishSA only put the survey up in mid-March after public calls by organisations like SAFA and RecFishCENTRAL for them to stand up for recreational fishers. The results, which have been implemented, went without a whimper from RecfishSA. Their survey lacked integrity, but they still claimed recfishers were all for it, despite every meeting PIRSA ran as part of its roadshow condemning the plans. Then there was, and still is, the snapper crisis in northern Gulf St Vincent. PIRSA gave them a tip about calling for the sustainability of the stock, and out they came and trotted the PIRSA line. Once again, they pulled the chain on us recfishers. They've now heralded the fact that they're a part of the panel looking at the new management plan for the blue crab fishery. Remember the video I played prior to New Year's Day about the old plan being out of date? Look for increased commercial catch quotas and a massive reduction for the mums and dads crabbers. Yep, they've got their hand on that chain again, ready to flush you down. You can tell it's an organisation in total disarray. Its social media is deplorable. On its Instagram page, it still lists its website as .com.au. That comes up with a 404 error. Can't find the server. It's the same with its Facebook page and new website at .org.au. Speaking of which, if you go in there to find their submissions, well, best of luck, as the links either don't work or they come back with another 404 error. They really haven't got a fig on who they represent. Since February this year on their Facebook page, they've had 18 topic posts, 1 on blue crabs, 3 on PIRSA and FRDC, and 14 on freshwater species. Even the 2014 REC survey they proudly love states there's only 30,000 fishers, or 13% of anglers in this state, who fish freshwater, and most of those only 4 times a year. So their priorities are a little skewed. But don't worry, the organisations that advocate loudly for us recfishers have our hand on that chain now, and we're about to flush RecfishSA down the gurgler. A pity the government doesn't acknowledge RecfishSA's abysmal record. Yes, it's a report card fail, with distinction.